Welcome to your daily focus for October the 24th, 2017. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy that you send my way each and every day. Now let's see what the energy is going to be for us as we cut the cards. And our first card is the Four of Pentacles. What are we holding on to that we don't need to anymore? What do we need to let go of? Or maybe it's just the knowledge that, if you love something, set it free, and if it comes back, it's yours. And so if you have, and it's not really a love, it's more of a coveting of money or possessions, or you don't want to let go of this little bit because it might be the last you have. Okay, this is, this is this is simplifying your life. This is realizing that when you let go of things that you truly don't need in this world and you're just hanging on to them for the sake of hanging on to it, or maybe one day you may need that, so you better hang on to it. First of all, that causes a poverty way of thinking. Your mind thinks poverty, that you may not have, that you may need, that you might not obtain. But I think we're almost seeing that. I see almost I almost get a feel of a relaxed sense here, that we're ready to let go of those things that gave us a false security. When we sit there in front of a door, doors are so important for going into towards new paths, new destinations, new parts of self uncovered. Utilizing talents and gifts that have lain dormant. Starting a new adventure. We have the Five of Swords, starting a new adventure, learning how to flap those wings, learning how to fly. So much the butterfly tells us that. If we don't flap those wings, if we don't strengthen those wings every day, if we don't work it, we're going to lose it. And as we work it each and every day, it becomes easier. It becomes a part of who we are. We don't even think about flapping our wings anymore. We just excel. We just soar. That day isn't here yet because we are below the helm of that sword, those swords. We're figuring it out, though. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, I almost get the sense that she's sitting there and she's saying, come, empower me. And that isn't what the card stands for at all, but I almost get her knowing that as that breeze blows in, that wind blows in, so does the good tidings, so does the abundance. I don't get her as facing that wind, but rather allowing it to come in. So it's a disruption in our life, but it's a good disruption. We've been waiting for it. We've been waiting for the earth to move under our feet. I'm getting a very good vibration off of these cards, and they're not the greatest of cards per se, but the Four of Pentacles, I get the sense that we are ready to let go of things that no longer bring in value. And it could be things you enjoy, okay? It could be when you get home from work, you want to sit on the computer for an hour and catch up on Facebook or watch the latest, or look at the latest Instagram or Twitter, or play a game, or Skype somebody, and just mellow out and kind of change from the employee hat or the boss hat or the career hat into the family hat, male or female, doesn't matter. And 20 minutes turns into an hour, which turns into 2 hours, and all of a sudden the day's kind of gone, and it's time to kind of get caught up on the things that you were supposed to do over that last hour, and because we overindulged a little bit more than we know we should. but it felt so good because the day was hard. And boy, did we deserve it. And so then we start to rationalize why we had to spend that extra time at the computer or reading that book or procrastinating in some way or another, turning our focus away from where our focus should be, of what we are trying to grow, of who we are trying to become, of what we are trying to create. I almost get a sense that we're kind of ready to let go of that coin. It was almost like we couldn't enter until we let go of that coin. We let go of that thing that we thought was so valuable in our life, and really, it doesn't do a lot for us when we really thought about it, when we really took off the rose-tinted glasses and really looked at the reality of the situation, that in fact, it might have even been hurting us in some way. And it could be something small, it could be something little. It could be something giant that you've been allowing in your life, and you're ready to step away from. You're ready to move away from. You're ready for the new beginning. You're ready to stand up, turn around, put your hand on that doorknob, and open that door and walk through. And you know you don't need that safety net anymore. You don't need that comfort blanket anymore. You can let it go. It served its purpose. It got you to here. Now the Five of Swords is very much like we're getting the new wings, and it's hard. We're kind of stepping into no man's land. We're starting new paths. We're looking at new career choices, relationship choices, partnership choices, new directions in our life, new ways of doing, new routines. And it's hard. It's hard to find your comfort. It's hard to find your groove. And so it's like any other part of being human. You have to work it. You want to grow those pecs, you got to work them. You want to be good at words, you got to start doing the crosswords. Reading the dictionary. You want to start meditating, you got to start doing a couple of minutes in a daytime and build from there. Whatever you are trying to do, trying to learn how to drive. At first it was like you really had to think through every step, and then one day you found yourself driving 120 kilometers an hour with a cheeseburger in one hand and the napkin in the other, and you're watching traffic and everyone's whizzing by, and it doesn't even dawn on you that it was at first extremely hard for you to do that. Walking, talking, until it becomes a part of who we are. And so we are learning how to make those wings a part of who we are. That things that we are disciplining ourselves about right now, forcing ourselves into character, so to speak, is going to become who we are, who we're stepping into being. So this is about exercising our wings. This is about exercising our knowledge, our talent, our abilities, our love, our compassion, and making it a part of who we are in one small way, one small step at a time. So it's about being disciplined and committed to ourselves and making that commitment to ourselves. Queen of Swords, I just get the sense of it's not even hope, it's a knowing. It's knowing that something beautiful and magical is coming into your existence. You feel it in the wind, you smell it in the air. At first I thought that was a huge tidal wave, and she wasn't even flinching. It's almost like there's a fairy there. The clouds are big and billowy, so every so often I'll see it on Facebook. Somebody will put up clouds and say, what do you see? And one person will see a giraffe, another one, on and on it goes. So this is a day about facing your future, looking forward and imagining what you can truly step into today. Like imagining what those clouds look like, but imagining your future. And there's just the sense of knowing that it's going to happen. You don't know how, and it doesn't matter how. It's not a day for details. It's a day for letting go of what's been anchoring you from being able to move forward. It's about making a commitment to yourself, being disciplined about flapping those wings, no matter how hard it is to get off that ground. You'll do it. Don't worry, you'll do it. Perseverance, discipline. But also it's a day to dream of the future, expansive future, and a knowing. It's like she faces the breeze and she can see into the future. You can see what is beyond the wall, beyond the barriers, beyond the horizon. And don't worry about how it's going to get to you. Just know it is. Get an affirmation. So, positive. New Moon Affirmations. A mission statement that you say each and every day. Write it up. But I think it's bigger than like making a mission statement today or saying a couple of affirmations. This is a day. The Queen of Swords, the energy I felt from her was really look forward with love, with passion of where you want to end up. And don't put a timeline on it, and don't put expectations. Well, if I get good at this and I get a promotion over here, then I can have that. Just say, I'm going to have that. Don't worry about the path and how it meanders from A to B. Fortune's Wheel, number 10. We can't get away from this 10 energy, right? The new moon, right? The new moon in Libra. The new moon in Libra was 10, 10, 10. And now we have Fortune's Wheel, 10, 10, 10. I might have mentioned it in passing for the new moon about the 10 energy. I am in awe to experience many meaningful coincidences that prove to me that Spirit has my back. The lucky break, the moments when things just turn out perfectly, show how we're all connected. My gamble will pay off when I trust in my co-creative partnership with Spirit. My destiny is obvious to me now, and maybe that's what we're doing here. Maybe she sees that her destiny is obvious to her now. So is it obvious to you that you are deserving, that you do have the talents and abilities, the talents to secure that future, that desire, that want, that passion? I am in awe to experience many meaningful coincidences that prove to me that Spirit has my back. Spirit does have my back. Am I aware of it? Because they do have your back and they're always around you. But how often are you aware of just that? How things just come together perfectly. How you just meet up with that person who can unlock that door for you. How you just glance in a direction and you meet your best friend for the next 100 years. The wheel is essentially, you've gone through the hard part, the wheel turns and you move into expansion, luck, growth, a turn for the better. Look at the heart above there. You have the sun and the moon right in the middle there. Talking about the new moon, talking about the energy, the new seeds we want to plant. My destiny is obvious to me now. And we'll get an animal card. Can't talk all of a sudden. an animal card, our higher intuition deck. So I think it's good energy today. I think it's wonderful energy today. I think we need to stay positive. We need to get out there and work it. We need to, you know, so if you are looking for a job, this is the day to hand out the resumes, to make the resume, brush up the resume, to get it out there, to make some cold contacts, to talk about your dreams, to grow your dreams, to understand where you want to end up, where you want to pop out. And you can do it 10 years down the road, 5 years down the road, 6 months down the road. What do you think tomorrow's going to be like? Because that's exactly what it's going to be now, because you've already invited that energy in and you never gave any room for a different scenario. When I gave that question to you, you automatically started to go into tomorrow's priority list of what had to be done, what needed to be done, the mood you had to be in, and it was already starting to be cemented into place for you. So now, dream build about how you'd like tomorrow to look. So if it doesn't work the first time, look at this, new beginnings. It is about your new beginnings. It is about those seeds that you are planting. Remember, we are in that new moon energy. We will be for about the next 10 days, 11 days yet, before the full moon comes around. So during that time, we are starting new things. We are opening up to new paths, new experiences, new relationships, partnerships, new ways of doing, being, and becoming. No, wrong book. Wrong book. Won't ever find our beautiful little Robin in that book. Cleansing. Cleansing. Cleansing, newness, grateful, promise, new birth. Robin tells you it's time to pull yourself from the sludge of the past. Wipe yourself clean. Mend the wounds and scratches. Your angels and guides will be on hand to help. It's a great day to offer your gratitude for what you do have, and knowing that you won't be let down if you ask, believe, and expect that changes can occur in your life. So this is kind of cementing the Queen of Swords here in what the message was from her. It's a great day to offer your gratitude for what you do have, and maybe that is what she's doing. She's looking forward and she is saying thank you for what she sees to be her future. It is a great day to offer your gratitude for what you do have, and for knowing that you won't be let down if you ask, believe, and expect that changes can occur in your life. Yes, there isn't everything happens for a reason thinking, even during painful experiences, but loss always evolves into gain of some kind. Have you ever experienced a passing only to hear of an announcement of a pregnancy or a birth? Or broken up with someone to start dating someone so much more compatible for you that you wondered what you saw in the past person? Death of situations always evolves. A promise of birth and new beginnings. Emotion is truly energy in motion. And since everything is energy, whether you're looking at money, love, work, etc., the universe feels the vibration changing in your thoughts, and it can change it into wonderful things if you allow it to do so. Robins always come back to the same place each springtime. It's nature's way. Robin may be telling you that you need to review your childhood to see what you may have stored away deep within your soul, to see if there is forgiveness that needs to take place, or maybe you need to look up an old childhood friend. So remember, the universe feels the vibration changing in your thoughts. Oh, it's definitely that Wheel of Fortune kind of energy. It's definitely what the Queen of Swords is trying to tell us. It's definitely what Robin is telling us, to dream and dream big and to expect it and to believe it and start disciplining yourself and start exercising those wings so you can soar. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.